6% of the registered automobiles, so multiply 24 million by 6%. So 1.44 million automobiles were registered in Oregon. To find out how many more automobiles were registered in California than in Oregon, subtract 1.44 million from 18.72 million. Now, I want you to think about this. I'm going to show you in a minute an alternate method that's actually quicker. So just to review, in this case, they actually found the 78% of 24 million. They found the 6% of 24 million. And then they took the two amounts for California and Oregon and subtracted. So as it finishes, I want you to think about how I'm going to show you something, a shortcut to doing that. There were 17.28 million more registered automobiles in California than in Oregon. Okay, so let's see if you came up with this. Let's just take the two percentages. Let's take the 78%, that's for California, and we want to find how much more California had than Oregon. Let's just subtract the percentages first. So the difference between those is 72%. So now all we have to do is find 72% of 24 million. And if you multiply that out, you change it to 0.72, multiply that by 24, and you'll end up getting 17.28, and then we'll write million at the end. Same answer, a whole lot quicker. All right, let's take a look at the page 360. In the middle of the page, check your progress. It's still dealing with that same picture like we just saw in this video, and it says which state had the least number of registered automobiles. Now look at it. What do you think? Yep, Nevada, because it has the smallest section of the circle, is Nevada, 3%. All right, letter D, so that one's kind of simple, Nevada, because it had the smallest piece of the circle graph. Letter D, what was the total number of registered automobiles in Washington and Oregon? So here we want to find a total. So we want to add the two together. So Washington and Oregon, total would be to add them together. Well, we could find them separately. 13% of 24 million, 6% of 24 million, and add those together. Or let's just add the percentages up first and do it in one problem. 19% of 24 million. A lot faster. So we'll change that to 0.19, multiply it by 24, and when you do that, you'll get 4.56, and again, we're dealing with millions. So we'll write that there at the end. All right, now in your notes, I want you to continue and practice what we were just discussing. So on page 360, I want you to do numbers 1, 2, and 3. And just as a note, 1 and 2 ask you to make a circle graph. I just want you to convert the information. You can draw a little table, make the information in number 1 it has percents, change them to degrees. In number 2 it has the number of students. So first you're going to need to change them to percents. And I did an example of that. If you need to go back and watch some of the video, you can do that. Change the number of students to percents, and then you can change the percents to degrees. And like I said, follow the example that I did earlier in the video. I'll flip back to that. Here it is. When we did the Olympics, gold, silver, and bronze, we changed them to percents, then we changed them to degrees. So in class, in our next class, I'm going to want to see all the notes that you took on these 3 videos, as well as I'd like to see these 3 problems worked out, and we'll check them in class and talk about them then.